Hello, are you seeing me as though I am behind a veil? Or is it just my brightness? No, it is quite gloomy. It's 3:30 p.m. precisely, and it's almost the very end of October, so I pray this may be the best I can do. Can you see me though? It's a little fuzzy, isn't it? But yeah, bit of background noise. But yeah, it is the 27th of October 2023. Before I get on with some more serious work, it's time for a light-hearted video, if we can. My my stretchy samosas, my what should I call people who watch my videos? My spicy samosas, my little samosas. Um, Eduardo's food, courtesy of Eduardo's, purchased from Poundland, I think earlier this week. Can you see cheese? Simply type of spicy. This will certainly be the most boring flavour, salted. You see? Yep, I think there you go. So yeah, no artificial flavours or preservatives. It says on all three. Salted crisp, tortilla maize chips, perfect for dipping and sharing. 150 grams. Not sure what's the price was per bag, but I think they were maybe around 150 or something, maybe. Suitable for vegans. Oh, okay. This pack contains 6 servings. Well, like 4 servings, that's most. But yeah. Ingredients: maize flour, palm oil, and salt. That sounds very short and sweet, or short and salty. May also contain soya. Store in a cool, dry place out of sunlight. That's it, really. Pretty simple. Look at the spicy one. Oh, the spicy. As you can probably imagine, the ingredients for the spicy flavoured tortilla chips is a little more expansive. Is a little more adventurous. We have maize flour, palm oil, chili flavoured seasoning, which is salt, onion powder, maltodextrin, yeast extract, spices, dextrose, garlic powder, tomato powder, sugar acid, citric acid, colour, paprika extract, and flavourings. May also contain soya. As now for the cheesy flavour, we have maize flour 75%, palm oil, salt, cheese powder, milk is an allergen 1%, lactose, again milk, dextrose, maltodextrin. Sorry, I'm very asleep, as you can. I cannot even get my words out. I woke up in a daze and then remembered I was supposed to be tutoring, and then my everything was playing up, and so yeah, it was a bit. I was thrown in at the deep end before even having breakfast or anything, just having to quickly prepare for tutoring, and it's just been one thing after another. So I may wake up at around 7 p.m. I might be able to execute a somewhat coherent sentence. Maltodextrin flavourings contains milk, onion, garlic, spice extract acid. So the cheese and the spicy those variants do not differ too wildly from one another, but the salted ones are 3 ingredients: palm oil, salt, and something like that. Let us start with the boring flavour. I mean, they may be nicely salted. I can see that they're hardier than Doritos. I've had similar tortillas. I think Sainsbury's have these type of harder. No, actually, I did mean hardier. Actually, no, that is correct. Hardier. hardier constructs, but are sort of more brittle, I think, or more jagged when they break apart. Well, actually, the salt smells nicer than I was expecting. You see? Oh no! Don't break. Come back. Oh no! They're breaking. Don't go into my keyboard. Oh my goodness! This is turning dangerous. Now I've got to navigate it past the space bar. There's this little crumb. Oh yes, I navigated it past the space bar. That was close. Yeah, they are what you'd expect, really. Just salted tortillas. What more can you say, really? Quite brittle, I think, but not too hard to bite into and chew at least. But yeah, they're just salted tortillas. I think you really need a dip for a flavour like this, unless you like salted tortillas. But with me, 5 to 10 is enough. Whereas a good tortilla chip flavour, I can easily eat the whole bag. But yeah, salted, I can just. They are not my preferred flavour. I would just, 5 is enough for me. Whereas, if you talk about the tangy cheese Doritos or Flaming Hot, or is it called Flaming Hot? I think I had a dream about Flaming Hot, or something was Flaming Hot. Yeah, I think that was a dream I had about something else. But they're very tasty. You can go through the whole so-called sharing bag by yourself, but salted is not my cup of tea. But maybe it is your cup of tea. It's not an unpleasant taste, and especially the first one is always a little exciting as your taste buds, begin to salivate or whatever, begin to awaken. That's at this nice neutral, slightly positive experience. Salt-centric experience, but yeah, 5 is enough for me really when it comes to salted tortillas. They just do not float my boat. They are okay though. I think I've had less inspiring salted tortilla chips. So considering what they are, they're not bad, but I would definitely look for a salsa dip to pair them with, or another dip even. Now, cheese. How will these compare to Doritos tangy cheese? They do actually sell Doritos at Poundland. They have a very faint smell of cheese. Like if I were blindfolded, I'm not sure if I'd be able to guess that they had cheese as a flavour. There's the merest, slightly more than a merest hint of cheese. Just a very very low volume cheesy scent. But yeah, it's the same type tortilla, obviously. Maybe a little salty as well. But yeah, they are slightly reminiscent of the Doritos tangy cheese flavor. I mean, they're nothing like it really, but there is a slightly tangy taste, a slightly tangy aftertaste. Again, when you eat them, there's just this very low volume cheese flavor, and then there's this slight tang that comes at the end. But I'm not sure what to make of them. Now I've only eaten one quite small tortilla, but I'm not sure. they are different. They are different, which is good. If you've had enough of Doritos tangy cheese, you may wish to give these a go to mix things up a little. But so far they've both been quite mild when it comes to flavour, I guess. Hmm. Interesting. I'm I'm actually unsure. It's unusual for me to equivocate. I'm unsure. They certainly are not horrible. They do have a flavour. They're just so different to Doritos. I guess my mind is trying to compare them to Doritos. I'm not actually sure if my mind is. I think I'm trying to find some sort of close reference, but I mean, they are cheesy, but ever so slightly. I suppose we're used to products overdoing it with the cheese bits, Doritos or bits something else. We just shove cheese or melt cheese onto everything, and we do not hold back. And I'm all for that. I'm a big cheese lover, so um, they are mildly cheesy, which I suppose makes a change, makes a nice change. You're not being overloaded with cheese, and so good if you're not so keen on cheese. I guess you may prefer these. They they are more subtle, both in smell and in terms of overall taste. Again, I'd be tempted to have a dip with them to enhance the flavour experience overall, but they are not bad. They're different. And so I'd be tempted to say I prefer them to salted flavour because I'm not a fan of salted tortilla chips. But that said, obviously they're created by the same company, so it stands to reason that they both have the same, that same sort of level of calmness or the same volume. You can tell they both have this sort of almost quite refined recipe of, I guess, simplicity. And yeah, they're just not chaotic. They're just straight up salted or straight up cheese. There's not really any messing around. So and they do say they have no artificial colours or preservatives. So I guess it's a case of us not used to products having. I mean, there are more products than ever that say they have none of these artificial things, but I'm sure we still eat quite a few things that do have such artificial expressions and instances. So maybe that is it. Maybe the taste buds are thinking, "Hang on, there's something missing here," and maybe it's MSG or whatever. But yeah, so I would not say that's their bad experiences. They're just very calm, very um, interestingly calm. But what about the spicy flavor? How are they going to handle that same sort of calmness while delivering spice? This will be an interesting one. So we have onion powder, the usual suspects, tomato powder, sugar, acid, citric acid. Time for the smell test. Oh, they straight away. I can smell chili. I'm sure there's no chili in here, but I'm sure I can smell chili. Oh, it does say chili flavoured, but where is the actual chili? Oh, on the spices, I suppose. It just says spices, but they are not listed. But yeah, I can smell chili straight away. Yeah, once again, the smell is somewhat limited in volume, but slightly. You cannot really say powerful. It is a very airy, a very light smell. So we've gone from salted to cheesy cheese, now to spicy, spiced tortilla chips, and yeah, they all have that same very gentle aroma, different aroma, of course, from salt, the cheese, the spice. But yeah, they're not over the top. They're very sort of straight laced, I guess, straight laced tortilla chips. Perhaps not an expression anyone has ever used before, but there I go again, setting new trends. Yeah, for better or for worse. Straight laced tortilla chips. That is going to be my slogan, my quote for the year. When looking back on this year, what did Barry say? Remember when he said straight laced tortilla chips were in town. Yeah, but I think if you try them, you will know what I mean. Especially if you try all three flavors, they're very straight laced and innocently direct. As in, they're not aggressively saying this is cheese, this is salt, this is spice. Um, they're just moving along casually, but moving along determinedly, but in a very straight laced manner. And they're slightly darker in coloration, I think, but not massively so. Um, you'd think that they may be a different color being spiced, but actually when you pick them up, remove them from the bag, they don't really look much darker at all. Um, mm. I really, there's a bit of a kick. Um, I really would like to compare how they make Doritos to how they make these. I'd like to see a manufacturing video, how it's made for both of them, to see the difference. Well, okay, definitely my favourite flavour out of the three. So yeah, there's a gentle chili smell, and there's just a very nice sort of non-spicy spice compared to what happens later. Anyway, a very nice taste as you start eating, but then you get a kick at the end, as in a spicy actual heat um, arriving. It's really strange, but it is hard texture, but it convinces you, or it begins to play its part to try and convince you that you are eating actual chilies. There is a really good capture there of the essence of the chili, and I'm sure it will turn out that no chilies are actually involved, but if so, then this is magic, simply put. If no chilies were involved in the making of these, but these are a good flavour, definitely. These are definitely my clear favourite. But I mean, the salted, they're just salted tortilla chips, so they have the ingredients they have. They made the certain recipe they wanted to make, so they succeeded with what they were trying to do. They're just not my favourite flavour in general, but the cheese flavour is a different type of cheese, and again, not a bad flavour, but these have a particular excitement about them. The chili flavoured Eduardos. Mm. Ouch. Oh well, those are good, but only my second tortilla chip in, and I can say those are good. It really is quite curious how they do it. You just as you start, yeah, you need to experience it as you start eating them. It is like a natural chili suddenly appears in your mouth, and there's just a gentle. I cannot explain it. There's just this partly because of the smell, I guess, and the ever-present smell of chili, but um, you just really feel like you're eating a chili as you begin to eat, and then at the end you have that nice actual heat. So you get two kinds of chili references. Those are good. These I'm definitely going to enjoy eating. These are clear favourites, but they all succeeded really. But they all are very different tortilla chips. I'm positively surprised. I think I was expecting something a bit duller, but also a bit more typical. So they surprised me also in the direction, the composition, the unique recipes. They definitely are. They definitely have something going on here. I definitely recommend you try them. If you can handle a bit of spice, then the chili flavor definitely. If you had to pick only one bag to buy, the the spicy ones, they're not overly spicy. But the way they make you feel as though you're eating a chili is actually quite clever. I cannot describe it, but as soon as you put it in your mouth, there's just an like this comforting, reassuring push to make you feel as though you're eating a chili. Mm, mm. Yeah, those are good. I like those quite a bit. I think I would buy the spicy ones again. I think that's a good price. Yeah, but all three were interesting. But the salt obviously being the least interesting from a a more selfish, simple point of view, and just looking at something I prefer eating. But I always like trying new things. Hence why I purchased these salts. What flavour? Hence purchasing the salt flavour to see how they were composed. So all were interesting from an educational point of view. I'm really interested in how they make them. They seem to be focused on quite a simple recipe, yet what they've done with the spicy flavoured tortilla chips is actually quite clever. So yeah, I would say it's been a good experience overall, good educational experience, and I think I found some new tortilla chips to go for from Poundland, some spicy chips.